Hello and welcome to a new episode of Street Pundits. The boys are back again with some fresh new content. In the last episode of 2020, we're here again delivering some content. Joe, I'll come to you first. How you been, mate? All good? How's your Christmas?
Yeah, good Christmas. Especially with United results, very positive results. So we move.
Yeah. And Nosa, I'll come to you. How's your Christmas? How you been? How you been keeping? How's the holidays been treating you?
Good. Nice to see everyone healthy. I'm looking forward to talk about football over the festive period.
Yeah, as the boy says, there's been a lot of football over the festive period, but before we get into that, obviously I'll do the usual housekeeping, so I'll plug the socials of Instagram, Street Pundits, and Twitter, Street_Pundits. And also subscribe to our YouTube. We're close to 100 subscribers, so subscribe. But yeah, let's get into the festive football. This episode's going to be a bit different, so we'll talk about the results, but I don't want to really go into the games, like talk about the games as much, talk about the club's form and how we think the club's been doing. So Joe, I'll come to you. As you said, Man United have been getting some good results lately. You guys have won quite a few on the bounce now. How, time to change? Obviously, to be fair, you've always been a supporter of Oli and stuff like that. Well, you've been supporting the club, fair enough. So, how are you surprised by the club's form, or?
I'm pretty surprised at how well we're performing at the moment, but take nothing away. The performance against Wolves was not good enough. It was I'll be honest. I'm a realist out here. That was a lucky goal by Rashford. But Wolves did play well, and the Leicester game, obviously, we conceded late, in a 2-2 draw. But the performances recently have been better than they was before, and obviously that's shown in the league table as well. So hopefully we can push Liverpool even. I don't think we're title contenders just yet. I think we need to win a couple more games next year, and then we'll push Liverpool a bit closer. But I feel like we can push Liverpool a bit closer than I did at the start of the season. So yeah, hopefully we can do that.
And obviously, what do you think is what's been the change? Obviously, from you started the season quite slow, and now you're getting results. What do you think it is?
Obviously, I think maybe it's the backlash of the Europa League campaign. Obviously, we was playing later than everyone else, so we haven't had a proper rest. I know no one has had a proper rest, but we haven't had a long rest compared to everyone else, for pre-season as well. So obviously, it took a couple of games to get into it. The start of the season, we wasn't the best team. Everyone was getting onto us. But since then, we've been flying, getting performances and just consistency. Even Bruno Fernandes, his consistency. He'll have a bad game, but he'll get a goal or assist. It's just one of them things. He's just such a good output as well. And obviously, Rashford's form's good as well. So we're doing really well at the moment, but I can see it's losing next week. It's just one of them things. I don't think we're consistent just yet.
And also, I come to, obviously, you mentioned Bruno and Rashford. Where do you think Bruno and Rashford rank in terms of the league? So Rashford in terms of maybe his compatriots in terms of inside forwards, and Bruno as well, maybe in terms of players.
Yes, with Rashford the past couple of years, because he's still quite young, we've leaned to the fact that because he's young, we can still see the potential he has. And now I feel like this season, he's really, lighting up at United. He's scoring goals. Some are lucky, some are deflections, but that's what you want from your forward, regardless how they go in. As long as they're scoring goals, that's how the game is today. And likewise with Bruno, we've echoed it many times in the past on this pod. Bruno's an individual that loves to just be involved. He wants to be involved regardless. He wants to get that assist. He wants to stat pad. He wants to contribute to the team. His contributions at the 1 point or the 3 point to the team. Likewise, we saw the game against Wolves yesterday. That ball was a hit and hope, but we saw that Rashford's individual quality, in my opinion.
Yeah.
From the ball from Bruno was okay, we'll give it to Rashford. We know he's got the quality to do something. And then that he scored. Those are the type of goals you need when you're. I don't want to say challenging for the title because I don't want to push the narrative, but those are the type of goals when you want to push towards that first, second place position in the league.
Definitely. I don't know Rashford point. Rashford, I think, very, very good player, man. I feel like sometimes when people talk about him, obviously, like you said, they just say he's got potential. But I think now he's probably starting to realize that potential now. And I feel like he's not far from like the people that we talk about in terms of like the best wingers in the league and stuff like that. He's really not far from them. He's got the same numbers if you look at it, but maybe obviously just in terms of maybe putting United on his back a bit more, which he now is. So like, yeah, he's really not far from like your Sons, Sterling's, Mane's. Like he's not that far from them at all.
You're not gonna say Salah.
Nah, no, not Salah. Easy to Salah. Obviously, that's top goal scorer there, but like obviously he's not far though. He's not. I think even like in terms of just last year, you put the club on his back as well. Even before he got injured, he put the club on his back. I remember he's playing up top with Andres Pereira to his right, Jesse Lingard to his left, like, and he put the club on his back then, and then obviously he got injured, and then now he's back on good form. So, but yeah. I'll just go on, Nosa.
To add to that point, because I watch United quite a lot because everyone in my family is a United supporter.
Yeah.
When I don't see Rashford or Bruno involved in a play or involved in the stats per se, the direct stats, it's quite hard to figure who's
where they're gonna get the goal from.
Who's the other talisman that's gonna get the goal or assist?
Yeah.
So, what do you think of that?
No, I agree with that totally. I agree with that. Obviously, Greenwood hasn't been up to the standard as post-lockdown. Well, not post-lockdown, just before Project Restart. Well, in Project Restart, sorry, he's not up to that standards at the moment. And then obviously Cavani's filling that void a little bit. But I prefer Cavani up front. I feel like we're more threatening if you compare to Martial. I think Martial's in a bad run of form at the moment. Not doing the basics correct and stuff like that. That's why he was on the bench yesterday. But I prefer Cavani up front just so that initial movement, hold the ball up and stuff like that. I think we need someone when you got Rashford, Greenwood, all these fast, quick players around you. So yeah, no, I totally agree. I think if Bruno or Rashford aren't scoring the goals, it is looking a bit dry if Cavani's not even playing as well to score the goals at the moment. So yeah, I agree with that.
And then in contrast, obviously, it's funny because a couple of weeks ago, Chelsea were high flying and the Man United weren't doing well, but now it's kind of like turning the tables. Obviously, people were singing Lampard's praises and were saying Oli out, and then now people are saying like wherever Lampard out, Oli's doing well. So it's just funny how it's changed. But Nosa, I'll come to you in terms of Chelsea. Obviously, you guys haven't been on the best of form recently. What is your obviously opinion of Chelsea's form recently and the cause of it and what's happening down there?
I mean, I think it was ignited by the injuries we had, especially in the department of the wings. You know what I'm saying? So Ziyech, I think he was very fundamental to our wins. Even though they were smaller teams, we were expected to beat them, but he was fundamental to how we played and just the dynamism he brings, you know, because Ziyech isn't a typical winger that just runs down the wing and crosses it in. He's quite a maverick type of player, you know. He can score goals. He can whip it from like 40 yards in the box, you know. So I think that dynamism is what we missed ultimately. But then again, we're still a top team. We should have other threats between other players like the likes of Werner, Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic, Abraham, Giroud. We've got quality all over the top of the field, and Havertz, of course. I think Lampard has got a few things wrong. Firstly, it's playing Werner on the left. I know we've discussed this on the pod that Werner can play on the left, but I've done my little housekeeping, and Werner played 42 games last season in total, and he played 4 games on the left wing, 4 to 5 games on the left. I can't remember. And it's not to say that he can't play there, but that's
what I will
say
is position. That Nagelsmann does change system a lot during games.
Yeah, he does.
So he might drift, and then, but yeah, let's just say he started those games. Yeah,
because I see sometimes Mukiele can play left back or sometimes centre back.
He does change system during games, obviously during games.
Nkunku will be striker and then centre mid at one point. I don't know. That's just the German way. I don't know how he does it, but nevertheless, I still think because Lampard is quite an experienced young manager, he's only his 3rd professional season, he should stick to the basics and like utilise and show Havertz and Werner in the correct position. Yeah. I know Giroud has been playing well, but when you're a top manager, you have to be diligent in what you do, in my opinion. You have to be diligent in what you do. Like you can't expect to play Giroud up top and then play Werner on the wing when he's not producing. Like it's a bit of they're taking a mick towards a 40 million spend. You know what I'm saying? And Havertz playing as an 8. You know what I mean? He's a 10. He's a 10. He's a 10. So it's difficult to watch because you want to see them do well. And a lot of Chelsea fans, they're saying, "Oh, we was in a title run." We was never in a title run. We wasn't in the title run because we didn't start off well. Like I feel like just the only accommodating thing that we got is because other teams played poor. That's it. Teams were playing poor. Like even Liverpool were playing poor. Liverpool didn't fly off how they was last season. They wasn't showing what they showed last season. Everyone was losing. I was saying it's a title run. Anyone could still take the title as of now, but we're not in a title run because we're not being diligent.
So what I got from that is that your thing is that Lampard is playing players out of position, right? That's the main cause of it.
I think that's the main cause of it, and obviously that's reflected upon other players because, likewise, you see how Sarri started playing Kante in April.
Yeah,
it just really diminished how players performed, and I think it's recycling. It's just the theme is recycling, and it's annoying because Havertz is not a left winger. He's not a left winger, and it's really annoying. I mean, not Havertz. Werner's not a left winger. You can see the frustration in my voice.
yeah.
Havertz is not an 8 as well. So like, it's quite hard to assess because I want Lampard to do well, but when he's doing things like this, and it doesn't take a genius to know not to play Werner on the left. I don't care if Giroud is playing well. Don't play him up top. That's just how I see it.
Oh, so don't play Giroud up top, you're saying?
I don't think you should play Giroud up top because he's not going to be consistent. I don't think he should play Giroud up top. He's not going to be consistent.
So you mean he should be like a squad player type?
Well, he is, isn't he? Even though he scored 4 goals and then a goal and then another goal, then he got the next game Abraham played, so he must be a squad player. And then we played pro against Arsenal, so he must be a squad player. And even when there was a time to bring him on, he brought Havertz on. You know what I'm saying?
He brought who? Who's that? Havertz?
Yeah, he brought Havertz on. Then you didn't introduce yourself. You came on, you didn't introduce yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Fair. Go on, carry on, bro.
No, that's why I can say that. If you guys want to add your points, I did stress a lot about the.
So wait, Nosa, are you Lampard in or Lampard out? Just there quickly.
Obviously, during the week, I was very reactionary. That's the new word in the football Twitter, reactionary during the week because of the loss and the draw that we portrayed in like the matches that we played in was quite poor in it. That the quality of football was poor, very predictable, and I had to blame Lampard for it because you are the manager. You can dictate the style of play that we produce. You know what I'm saying? Like, with Arteta, they play poor, but you know what they play about. Like you can see how they're playing as of now, the past 2 games. Like Lampard, you guys, I can ask you from a neutral perspective. You don't know how Lampard plays. You don't know. You don't know what is his aim. Like you don't know if it's progressive play, possession, or park the bus. I can't tell you. So it's difficult because Lampard is a club legend. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm sitting on the fence with this one. I can't lie. I'm sitting on the fence.
Fair enough. And then Ben, obviously, I'll come to you. So last time we done this pod, obviously with Stephen, and obviously there was a lot of like anger and a lot of like resentment and a lot of like confusion as well with Arsenal and stuff like that. So, but obviously since that's happened, you guys have won 2 on the bounce. You beat Chelsea, you beat Brighton. Like, what's your feelings with Arsenal now?
You know, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I can smile today. I think it's been a good 2. It's been a week. It's been a good week for me. I think it's been a good week for me. You know, brilliant performance against Chelsea. Don't know how he even conceded. I think the boy was offside, to be fair, but Tammy comes in and scores a goal, as you do. Then the Brighton game, the hard game, had to battle it. And then the boy, the young player this season for me, maybe behind Philip, I don't know, but Spicy comes up and he takes the game by the scruff of his neck and he creates the winner. You know, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it's a good feeling around Arsenal right now, I think.
Okay, well, what do you think's changed though? Since obviously you had a bad run of game, what's changed?
Yeah, I said it on my Instagram, said it everywhere. I've been saying it for the last. Peter, you've been here. I've been saying it for the last 3 months. just need some energy and stop playing the guy with the afro. And look what happened. Look what happened.
With the Brazilian guy, the guy we don't say his name on the
He's not
podcast.
Brazilian. He's not Brazilian. He's from that
Congo.
Nosa says he's Congolese. Listen, just bring some just a little creative spark as well. Smith Rowe comes in. Obviously, he's not I'm not gonna say he's world class creative, but he brings something that makes the ball keep ticking around. Like he's looking forward.
Lively player.
And you know what I mean?
I just think he's technically secure. I just think like he'll keep the ball, retain the ball. He's got energy. Like, literally, sometimes that's all you need. Like you literally didn't have nothing, so you just add something in that middle where you didn't have nothing.
Yeah. And he's quite when he's press resistance. Like he's good on the press. Like he doesn't mind being pressed. He can get the ball. He's
comfortable on the ball, technically secure. Yeah, but yeah, carry on.
I've been saying that. I just want someone to just like show some energy. Pepe no energy. William no energy. Like
And Martinelli as well.
Yeah, these 3 boys like this come in. They show these old a lot. Like this, is what you gotta be doing. You gotta be fighting for this shirt. And I'll be surprised if William comes back and Arteta puts him straight in again. I'm gonna be asking questions. That's how I'm gonna start asking questions. But for now, it was a good win. I think them wins like he put them 2 in, like saying that I can't lose. If I lose, I lose, innit? What can I say, innit? But he put them in on a chance and it worked. And
yeah,
let's just hope this run keeps going. To be fair, let's hope so.
Yeah.
But Ben, look, can I ask you a question? Don't you think let's say if you guys start losing games, the fans are going to play devil's advocate, saying you can't rely on youngsters. You can't rely on youngsters.
Yeah, definitely.
Because everyone says it's not sustainable. As like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I even thought putting in Smith Rowe for the Brighton game was a little bit like it worked once. Don't let. It's like you gotta give these like some time at the same time. If you get me, so it's not like rinse them out, put all of the pressure onto them.
Yeah.
Because I think all 3 of them are 19, I believe.
Say again, sorry.
All 3 of them are 19, like 2018, like those.
Yeah. They're below 21 still.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Hope you just don't play that Afro guy again. That's the best.
Fair enough. So yeah, things are up for Arsenal, but we'll touch on Tottenham and touch on Liverpool as well. Tottenham, they've obviously gone on a blip as well. They've got some recently keep getting draws, and obviously they lost to Liverpool as well. Joe, I'll come to you. What do you think's happening over there? Because they started so well, they was on a great streak. It was top of the table, and then and I think now they're like 7th or 6th or something like that.
Yeah, no, I'll be real. I think Mourinho's getting found out. Like, you can't just it's not sustainable how he was playing. Like, they was getting results. Don't get me wrong, like against Man City and that, but it's not sustainable just to sit behind the ball all the time. Like,
yeah,
can't do that for literally. They scored in 57 seconds, something ridiculous. Or it was really early. You're sitting behind the ball for 87 minutes. That it's not sustainable to do that. You have to show some attacking flair, and they just didn't do that. Ultimately, it cost them the game with Sides scoring a set piece. So yeah, it's not sustainable.
I definitely agree with you. When I was watching that game, and I was thinking, Wolves, they don't have a striker on the pitch that game, and it's just they might have had Fabio Silva, but he might be 18 or 19. They don't have their talisman striker. Like, why are you not playing on the front foot and taking the game to Wolves? Like, you can literally, you've got 1 goal, just be patient, maybe try and work a second or third. Like, why are you inviting pressure on the team? Like, you've got much better players than them. You've got Dembele, you've got Winks, you've got Son, you've got Kane. Yeah, I'm saying, players that, they're dangerous players. I don't know why you're playing on the back foot. Be on the front foot again. It was just weird. I don't know. And Leicester as well. I feel like Leicester, they wanted to play on a counter against Leicester. And it's just must be so frustrating for Tottenham fans. You just be thinking hold on, we're the better team here. Why are we doing this type thing? So, but I don't know. What I'm trying to work out is if Mourinho's telling them to kind of drop back, or it's the players sort of naturally dropping back when they get the lead. So, obviously Mourinho's been saying to them that he hasn't been telling them to drop back. So I'm not too sure.
I don't believe that. This is Mourinho's football still. Let's be real. This is actually his football.
But that's why I'm a bit. You see the Crystal Palace game. Obviously, Nosa, you watched that. The Crystal Palace game against Tottenham. That looked like it was the players dropping back because they were playing well first half, and then they just naturally sort of you guys kept getting set pieces. I don't know.
I think Mourinho's instilled in their, thought process to just drop back naturally. And I was just accustomed to their game plan. That's how I see it. Because when you got players like Son and Gombele, Winks, Lo Celso, Kane, like you should be beating most teams in the Prem, realistically, like with that strike force. So it's a bit of a confusing one.
I think they do need their third contributor in that attack as well. So the person who's playing right wing, a Berwin or Bell or Mora to contribute as well. And so
we talk about Bell, please.
So I'm paying. There's no what do you to say to him? You want to kill the man.
I just want to talk about Bell, innit? Like what a player! What a player!
He's injured again.
I mean, what? He's 30, right? Is he 30?
Maybe like 30. Yeah, he must be like 31, 32.
30, 31, yeah, around that age. I don't think at that age you still be very comfortable playing football.
He's got a calf injury again.
The boy can't play.
Yeah,
As Ben said, the boy can't play.
Need to apologize to Zidane still. That's what I'm saying.
He's saying Zidane was right. And then just touch on, I think Hammers as well. I think Hammers might be getting away with it a little bit. I feel like his availability is a bit. He should be fit a little bit more. I read something today that I was like, he's been missing for like, was it like 40% of Everton's games this season, something like that. I think
he's been injured, no?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His availability. He's been keep getting little niggles and injuries and stuff like that. But yeah, as well. Obviously, I'll just touch Liverpool before we jump onto the other part of this podcast. We done well against Crystal Palace, obviously. And then we've now on like a little blip, just getting draws, and Big Sam come over to Anfield, done his masterclass, and then we couldn't beat Newcastle today as well. I just feel like with the team, there's quite our forwards look quite tired as well. Our forwards look really tired. Mane and Salah don't look as sharp. Probably, I don't know, maybe played a lot of games, and Jota getting injured forced them to start so many, like all these games, and Origi not reliable. Klopp doesn't trust Minamino to start as well, so which is quite a bit sad. So, but yeah, I think they just look a lot tired. The game today against Newcastle, a lot of like touches and passes were kept like just spinning off their foot or just like not connecting. It just looked, it looked a bit leggy and a bit tired. I feel like we're not as urgent when we're trying to break down teams. So normally we pass the ball around the back and we get to our fullbacks quite quickly. Whereas now we're doing it quite slow. And then when we do that slow, it gives the other team like chances to regroup in their formation and like, I feel like we just need to be a bit more sharp and a bit more intense. Like obviously maybe they are a bit tired, but I'm not too sure. I feel like Klopp probably should change it a bit quicker. So in terms of like, again, people will be like, oh, like, why are you criticizing Klopp, blah, blah. No, I'm not criticizing Klopp, but obviously I have to give my opinion sort of thing. Like, no one's above criticism type thing. He probably should change a bit quicker. Maybe, like, he brought on Shaqiri at 92nd minute today. Like, what's that going to do? Like, what is that going to do? Like, he took off Salah, brought off Shaqiri, like, he brought on Thiago on, I think, like, the 75th minute. Thiago looks really good when he come on, like, really good. But just do it a bit quicker, man. I know he trusts his team and he trusts these boys, but if you're going to make these changes, do it a bit quicker. Give them more time to impact the game, I think. And, I feel like this season is going to be like this, man. It's going to be like just everyone no one's going to run away with it. Like Nosa said, it's going to be open, and I think Liverpool fans need to get used to this. I think we've seen a lot of seasons where the top team has like run away with it, whereas I feel like this is more of an old-fashioned type league. Whereas you see how like Ferguson used to win it with like 80 points, like 80 early 90s points. Like whereas it was only Man City who turned this league into like getting 99 points or 100 points. Like it never used to be like that back in the day, and I feel like it's gonna turn back into getting 80 years, so maybe 80s, early 90s points. And Liverpool fans just get used to these type of results, man, because I feel like, it's going to happen a lot more often. But, anyone going to add as well? Joe, I'll come to you. Why do you think Liverpool are a bit stop-start? Look good one week, don't look good the other week?
You got to consider you've had a lot of injuries, like changing of the team and stuff. It maybe... because Jota's been out as well, so that's one person off the bench who can score goals. Thiago's been missing, so he creates like when he came on today, he created a lot of chance, switches up. So yeah, no, it literally changing, and then obviously Mane and Salah, like you say, have been playing a lot of games. It's hard for them to be at the top level all the time. So yeah.
All right. Yeah, Ben, you want to add something?
Yeah, me personally, I think you lot are struggling with people, teams, should I say, not people, teams that are playing 5 at the back, to be fair. Like, it seems like you're struggling a little bit more nowadays.
100.
Like, before, I think it was the Sheffield United game, you lot put 4 up front or something like that. It was starting crazy. Like, Jota started.
Yeah.
All of them started. And then that's when you lot done well. But now, because I think, Jota's out, as Joe said. Where's my guy? What's going on? Like,
With the video.
Yeah.
You done well against Crystal Palace, and then you just, it's a bit harsh. I think that's a bit harsh. Ben's right. I think we drew against West Brom, drew against Brighton, and obviously drew against Newcastle. And who's the other team in the? I'm missing a team. But yeah, we drawn against like quite lower leagues.
Fulham.
Yeah, drawn against Fulham as well. So all these like 4 teams are like 17th, 18th, 19th, like, and then we're beating Everton, beating Wolves, like just it's a bit strange. I don't know. I think just maybe injuries and motivation as well. Like we seem to rise it in the big games, and then in the lower games not do so well. But hopefully we can pick it up. But yeah, so obviously this episode is the last episode of 2020, and I thought we'll do something special. Obviously, even the boys don't really know what I've got.
Man City.
Oh, yeah. Bring it back. Everyone laughed when I said John Stones.
Oh, yeah, Man City. Oh, you guys want to talk about Man City? Yeah, let's go.
Everyone laughed when I mentioned, I think it's 4 clean sheets in a row now. Can we get serious now?
Yeah, John Stones, remontada. He's actually keeping Laporte out of the team.
That's what I'm saying. Like, let's talk. No, sir,
Fair
you
play.
know. Go on. What
Fair play.
No, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? When I look at English centre backs, I just feel like they're so incompetent, like compared to the centre backs where we used to have the likes of JT, Rio Ferdinand, Sol Campbell. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just really like, what is this? Is this what I'm meant to respect? Is this what I'm meant to like?
I feel like it's his last chance, man. I feel like Pep must have said to him, "This is it, man. Boy, you better
go back to Everton. You should go back to. You should go back to Everton. You remember when they was wearing Chang? Them days, man. Come on, like.
But yeah, I feel like Man City are quite like. I thought Pep's realised that they're not as potent attacking wise, and just you just worked on the defensive shape and worked on their structure. So now they'll score 1, and that'll be it. 1-0 win, 2-0 win. That'll be it. I feel like
we've got to talk about Ferran Torres though. I think he's been a good player. Season so far.
No, wait a minute. When I mentioned this at the start of the season, you lot laughed at me.
He's all right. He's all right. Like, he's actually so all like he ain't got.
I just
pace.
said he's a good player.
Yeah, he's all right. No, man, he's all right.
I didn't say he's amazing. I said he's a good player.
I don't think. With me, obviously, the money they bought him for, I would say I can't admit defeat to you yet, Ben. The money they bought him for, he should be like a very good player. Like,
how much did they buy him for?
Like, wasn't it like 30-something million, 30, 40 million?
Like 20, I know that. I think 28. I think.
Okay, let's just say 30 million. Let me rise it to 30 million. But yeah, like I just feel like he's a squad player. You're buying a 30 million squad player.
Well, he's scoring goals, man.
Yeah, he is, but he's just a squad player, isn't it?
Well, you need to compare it to other players that are bought on.
Like bought for 30 million.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the only person I know that's bought for 30 million is Ziyech. Like,
Jota's like, around there.
But Jota's scoring goals, and for the output of what he's bringing to the team for Torres and his age, I think he's doing well.
Yeah, he's doing well. I'm just saying, I don't think he'll start next year. Like, I don't think he'll be ever a starter like that. For like, do you know what I'm saying? When you go to, I don't think he'll ever be a starter. I still like they're gonna buy and stuff like that, but he's doing well. I feel like Diaz is a good signing. Diaz, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your name, you know.
Ben.
Peter Butcher's name still.
Ben, wait, hold on. I corrected myself. Man, I still butchered it. I corrected myself today. I know.
I said Diaz.
Diaz. Come on, man. You guys are picking at it now, man.
Man said the Portuguese Dyer.
LOL.
But yeah,
Diaz Portuguese earlier, no?
Yeah. He's lost brother.
But yeah, we'll move on. We'll move on to So as I was saying, the second part of this podcast where we're gonna try and summarize this year and just have a little bit of fun in terms of just having our own sort of awards and summarizing this year. So in terms of the Premier League season and the football season in general. So even the boys don't really know what type of awards and stuff that I got planned for them. But yeah, so we're gonna start with let's start with the team of the year. We'll do one quickly. Obviously, this is probably the longest one. Team of the year 2020. So in terms of how we'll do it in terms of calendar year. So from January till now, we'll do team of the season. So yeah, calendar year. What formation should we do? 4-3-3, 4-4-4, 4-4-2, sorry.
4-4-2.
4-4-2.
4-4-2. Yeah, 4-4-2.
Okay, all right. Obviously, we'll start with the defense. Obviously, if you guys think of anything or you might want to change it, we'll go. So, goalkeeper, I would nominate Alisson, but I don't know who you guys want to nominate.
I'm with Alisson.
Yeah, Alisson, good.
Yeah.
But yeah, honorable shout outs if you want to do honorable shout outs.
Jordan Pickford.
Are you crazy? That guy.
Alex McCartney.
Yeah.
He's been doing very, very
You
good.
could say Martinez just for the centre.
Oh yeah, Martinez had a good time. Martinez had a good year as well.
For the centre, yeah. I think he's been one of the best of the season so far.
Yeah, that's true. Carl Darlow as well. I think he had the most saves this. Ben last, he had the most saves of this season.
It's Sam Johnson, the guy from West Brom. So
Yeah.
But Carl Darlow's had the most saves in the Premier League this season.
Bro, I checked this.
Sam Johnson's
on. It's Sam Johnson.
Oh, Sam Johnson. Okay, maybe, but check out the game today. Maybe it might change. But
God.
Obviously right back, probably Trent as well, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, Trent.
Any honourable mentions?
Reece James.
Lamptey.
Reece James. Yeah. Easy. He's been like 4 months.
Oh,
3 months.
What was that?
Yeah, move. Nosa, yeah, Lamptey. You said no, Lamptey. Nosa, any shouts?
Nah, I just said Lamptey and
Walker Peters.
Trent.
Yeah, Walker Peters has been good. I think he had a solid year. There
hasn't really been any standout right back apart from Trent, in my opinion.
Yeah, I thought next year we probably will be interesting. I don't think Trent will probably get it again, so it might be James or Lamptey or something like that. But obviously you put Van Dijk next to that. I don't need to talk about that. I think this is the interesting debate. This probably might be the hardest position, is the person next to Van Dijk. So in terms of like I don't think there's been many, as Nosa said, there's not been many standout centre backs in the Premier League this year. So this might be quite a difficult shout out. But Joe, I'll come to you. Obviously, we did this before. I know Joe's gonna have some horrific shouts, but yeah.
No. As I said, I don't think there's a standout. I'll just say, I know this is a short period. He's only been playing in the Premier League for 5 months, but I think Ruben Dias has had such a big impact on Man City.
Yeah.
I don't see anyone. I know Connor Cody. He's obviously decent.
Yeah, he's had a good year.
I don't. Eric Bayer with 3 games played. I'm not joking.
Eric Bayer. That guy's good, man. He's actually good. Bayer's actually good. He doesn't play enough, man. But he's good. I think the Cody one's a good shout, but
yeah, Cody, I think. Or I would say I'd say Johnny Evans for consistency. I actually haven't seen that guy have a bad game the whole season.
Evans is good. Evans, it's just the kind of pool is so low, so you're kind of getting these players and you're like, but yeah. Hold on, Joe. I just wanted to talk on Cody a bit. I think Cody's been really good in terms of obviously he plays in the 3 normally quite well. He's a good leader. He organises the defence, and I think he's done quite well. But obviously, just in a 2, I think he would scare me. I think there were some Liverpool fans, they'll say, I'll get Cody. And I just think Cody on the halfway line in a 2, please, no. Please don't do that. But yeah, Ben, I'll come to you as well. Any shouts? Do you echo Joe?
You know me, I've been trying to figure out my top 5 all year. And I think there's only 2 who should be really mentioned. And I think it's Connor Cody and Tyrone Mings.
Yeah, I like Mings.
I'm gonna go with Connor Cody. Yes, in the 4 as well. I think he's comfortable on the 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Nosa, you look like you're in deep thought.
Morris.
No, I'm gonna say I think Connor Cody's better than Tyrone Mings, but Tyrone Mings had. I'm gonna say Connor Cody. Just because like he doesn't really have that many bad games. You know what I'm saying? And
apart from against Liverpool, he does.
Apart from, I was literally about to say that when he done that stupid touch. But yeah, he captained his side. I know we're not talking about European competitions. Captain sides the quarterfinals of Europa League, and you know he took Leeds to a decent fight within
Who's Leeds?
20. I mean, what?
You talking about Ben White? What are you talking about?
No. I'm just lost in it. We need to edit this bit right now.
No, keep that in. Wait, you say he took Leeds to a Champions what? I was going. Wait, Leeds in the European competition.
No, I said Wolves, then I said Leeds. I don't know why I said Leeds.
But yeah. Okay, so we're all in agreement. We've got Van Dijk and Cody at the back. And then obviously left backs. Obviously Robbo's the main shout. But any other shouts apart from Robertson?
Kieran Tierney.
Sorry?
Kieran Tierney.
Yeah, Tierney's been good. It's been good, definitely.
Ben Chigwell.
Chilwell, I think Leicester, he wasn't that good, you know. I think at Leicester, he wasn't great in the first. Remember, first start of 2020, I don't think it was great, but he's picked up Chelsea.
Regulon for Spurs.
I mean, he's done it right. Seville,
done it right. Yeah, that's a bit. He's done it right. So, what other left backs are there? Damn.
Tellez.
Tellez is Alonso. Tellez is Alonso. Marcus Alonso. Confirmed. He's slow, but he's good technically. He's not better than Shaw. I'll say that now. Tellez ain't better than Shaw.
I don't know.
But yeah, so obviously we'll go Robertson just for time. Let's move on. Okay, so the centre mids. Let's go with the 30s first. So absolutely certain to go in first centre mid.
KDB.
I think there's no debate on the centre mid.
KDB, cool. Obviously, he had a brilliant year. Won PFA Player of the Year. He's been obviously
record.
Yeah, he's been been dragging Man City on his back, him and Sterling. But yeah, obviously he's had a great year. The second one, obviously you guys want to play 4-4-2. I thought you played 4-3, but you guys want to play 4-4-2.
You just want to say that to accommodate your player. Stop it.
I think we should play a 4. Wait, there might be another name though that you can put in, chuck in there, but
I'll actually give you Jordan Henderson. I swear that I'll give you Jordan Henderson.
What? Over Bruno Fernandes? No way.
A 4-3. That's what I said. I was going to say a 4-3-3. I don't know why you guys want to play a 4-4-2.
No way. I'm not having it. I'll walk out.
Bruv, did Henderson not came second in PFA? They won the Premier League, captain of Premier League.
4-3-3. You have to.
Henderson was wavy this year, man. You know why?
Nosa, I know Nosa disagrees. Why do you disagree, Nosa?
I think when Bruno Fernandes came to the league, like it's quite hard to adapt to the league, especially when you come from a league that's outside the top 5. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like as soon as he came to the league, struck lightning. You know what I'm saying? Like goals, assists. Like his goals and assists ratio compared to his games is +1.
Yeah,
he's got a 1 KD, one plus KD. You know what I'm saying?
So
that's the COD reference.
My suggestion would be to play a 4-3-3. I don't know what other striker you want to accommodate, but my suggestion would be a 4-3-3.
No, it's you that want to accommodate Hendo.
Yeah, as I said, but you want another striker. So who's a striker that you want instead of Henderson? I
didn't agree on the formation. I just said whatever it is.
Oh, okay. I don't mind. Also, I'll put Bruno in there. And then I'll put Henderson with a question mark as the CDM, and then KDB and Bruno in front of him. If that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, cool. Left wing's a funny one as well. Obviously, I'll just give you the names. You got Raheem Sterling had a good year. Man City. You got Son at Tottenham. He's had a brilliant year as well. Yeah, he was injured for a bit, but then obviously now he's come back into this season, and he's been brilliant. You got obviously Sadio Mane, who came second. No, he came second in one of the Player of the Year awards, but I can't remember. I don't think it was PFA one, but yeah. Obviously you got Rashford as well, guys. Joe, Rashford's had a good post lockdown.
Whoa, I didn't say nothing. Why are you looking at me like this?
This guy quit. His eyebrows raised as if.
Jeez.
But
Hey, listen.
Joe, yeah. I'll come to you first. Obviously, you guys, we're forgetting Grealish as well. Jack Grealish had a phenomenal year. Joe, I'll come to you. Who you picking?
I'd go Son personally. Just the numbers, and
okay.
Just personally, I feel like he's the more lethal out of the selection you've picked out, I would say.
Interesting. Ben?
I'm going to go with Harvey Barnes.
Oh, it's Harvey Barnes.
No. I'm probably going with Sadio Mane.
Sadio Mane?
Yeah, best player in the world.
Okay, and then Nosa, I come to you.
I'm a Ben on this one. I'm Mane all the way. Like it was tight between him and Son, but the mere fact that he took some games with his individual quality and won the league, he won the league as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with Mane on that one.
Okay. I feel like obviously I think someone's interesting because I feel like Son's had a much better end to Mane. So that's why I feel like some people will say Son because Son's had a brilliant end, and then Mane went on a 9-game run without scoring a goal. But then obviously, if you count last season, Mane was like one of the PFA Players of the Year one of the Players of the Year last season. So I think that's what it makes interesting. I'm trying to read some stats quickly just to add to it. So Son has scored last season. He scored 11 goals in the Premier League, and this season he's already got 11. So it just shows how much he's been informed this season. He got 18 goals overall last season, and he's got 14 goals overall this season. And then just gonna get Mane stats quickly. Bear with me 1 second. And Mane got 18 goals last season in the Premier League, 22 all competitions, and 6 goals in the Premier League so far this year. But I feel like
Hey, how do
I'm gonna pick Jack Grealish. But you guys are. I think Jack Grealish has been unbelievable for Aston Villa. Look at Nelson's face. This is just my pick. Obviously, you guys are outweighed my pick. But I'm just saying, my pick.
You've done it. That's done it.
Right.
Anyway, we need to move on to this. It's 2-1. Like I rate Jack Grealish. I think he's one of the most talented players right now.
He's been unreal. Like this guy, Jack Grealish has been my favorite player to watch in the Premier League. Like this season. Yes. That guy.
I'm with Pete on that one still.
Bro, he's the most entertaining player. Every time he gets the ball, he's looking to do something, looking to go past the player.
He's gonna beat any player in it. Like,
bam, he's actually what? Bam, but yeah. Anyway, let's move on for time. Put money there. Up front, who are we going with? Obviously, I'll get some names. Go on.
No, let's go up front first.
Oh, up front, okay.
Yeah, up front, yeah.
Sorry?
HK like the sauce.
Harry Kane.
No, come on, it's Jamie Vardy. Why are you doing that?
Oh yeah.
Harry Kane for me.
That's why I wanted to play two. I just remembered.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. I think Jamie Vardy, like the whole calendar year, has been outstanding.
Okay, Joe, who you picking? And I'll read some stats after.
I think Jamie Vardy.
Especially because of his age as well. I like Vardy, but I have to go with Harry Kane myself.
I got Harry Kane. So what we can do, obviously, this hurts me, but we can scribble out Jordan Henderson do a 4-4-2.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's no balance in that midfield. Rio's going to be giving the ball away. KDB's going to be giving the ball away. But, do your thing, lads.
This ultimate team.
Are we going for 4-4-2?
Yeah.
4-4-2.
Ben, what are you saying? I don't want to, but Henderson or Vardy?
Oh yeah, God.
Oh wow. Look at
Yes, this one I like.
Oh, Vardy, put Vardy in.
The ball retention. Listen, the ball retention in this team is gonna be. You got KDB spamming in crosses. You got Bruno spamming shots.
One up front, Vardy.
Trent isn't even going to defend. Oh,
Trent is not going to defend, bro.
Hey, one up front, Vardy. I'll give it to you.
Oh, 3-1. I can't lie. Kane has had a good 2020, like very good 20. But I just think, given the fact, if you factor in
Vardy, then
that's what it is.
Like Vardy's just, and he scores in most games.
Kane was injured.
Do you not watch the game against Crystal Palace? Like
Kane was injured for a bit as well. Kane was injured up until March, April, and then obviously the lockdown happened, and then he came back, and it was a stop start, and then this season has been firing. So we'll go Vardy. But yeah, I wanted to read out some stats as well, just to prove how good he's been. Yeah, Joe, you talk on Vardy and why he's so good and how he's good for Leicester system while I look for his stats.
Obviously, I can't remember how old he is exactly. I think he's 32, 33. 33. He's bagging them for fun. Like, he scored against us the other day, like half chance. Like, just bags for fun, man. He's just, I can't believe he should be like at least be on the bench for England or like. I think
he's just retired though, isn't it? What Ben? How do you think Rodgers got the best out of Vardy? Obviously, at that age.
Energy, man. He told Vardy, you need to keep that energy for the goals. Forget chasing Donnies with the ball on the right hand side, the fullbacks. Don't chase them, man. You stay in the middle. We'll let the other guys chase. You just focus on scoring goals, man. He's still got the pace.
Yes,
sometimes it goes away. He's still got the pace. He's still got everything, man. He brings it every single time still, and there's no rest of him.
Obviously, last season Vardy was top goal scorer, 23 goals, and then this season he's got 11 and 14. So it just shows how lethal he is. Obviously, I'll give a shout out to Harry Kane as well. I feel like Harry Kane this season has been unbelievable in terms of producing. Like, he's kind of adapted his role with Mourinho and playmaking while scoring. Obviously, some people think you can't like play make and score at the same time. And he's just showing that you can do both. Like, he's a fantastic footballer. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I think he's got a good amount of assists. While I think he's like second or third in the. I'll just check his stats. But yeah, he's just got a bag load of goals and got better assists as well. But yeah, so we go with Vardy. Big shout out to Kane. Kane just missed. And on the right, it's only one person. Come on, man. Who else would it be?
Innit, Joe.
This is why he done it, innit? You left the right wing for last because
Joe.
Joe, who's Joe? Joe. Oh, Hudson Odoi.
I'm going for Saka.
Obviously,
Saka's had a queen 2020.
We'll go for, I think, obviously, I'll just touch on the king, Mo Salah. Obviously, this guy just doesn't stop scoring, doesn't stop delivering for Liverpool. I'll just touch on his stats as well quickly. I think he's got the most goals in 2020. He's got the most goal involvements in 2020, then I think Bruno's second. But last season, he got 19 goals, 23 goals in all competitions, and this season he's got 13 and 15 appearances already this season. It's just unbelievable. He's one of them people, like, it's so funny because you get people that will say, oh, Salah's not that good, he's a bit clumsy, he misses chances. Like, how do you run an agenda on a man who's got 13 goals in 15 games? Like, bro, are you not tired? Like, you just got to give in.
Nosa, just stop, man.
What are you talking about? Ben, you're just a verbalist. I'm with you, I'm with you.
Yeah. Just in time. Yeah, he's just the output machine. Output machine. Yeah, fantastic footballer. Do you know, a quick question on Salah, Joe, I'll come to you. His agent recently came out and said that, what did he say? He said something about contract. Ben, I can't remember what he said.
What's your man name?
But he He was just saying that Salah wasn't happy to not be captain of a Michelin game.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, because Trent was captain, and then something about contracts. Like, what do you say about contracts?
He said Salah's been unhappy recently because he thought he should have captained the side in the Champions League thing, and the way Klopp's using him with the rotation, like he doesn't like it. So.
Yeah, and basically he said that Real Madrid, and Salah said actually to a Spanish paper that obviously Real Madrid and Barcelona are like you never know sort of thing. What do you think? Do you think Salah's gonna go? What do you think he's angling for? Do you think he's angling for a new contract, or what do you think?
I generally think Barcelona and Real Madrid aren't the clubs they were a couple of years ago. I just generally think that. I don't think they're a bigger pool as such. I think Liverpool is a bigger pool at the moment because obviously the manager and the style of play and stuff like that, and obviously winning titles and stuff. So I feel like Liverpool bigger pool and Real Madrid and Barcelona at the moment. I think Real Madrid and Barcelona are in deep trouble. I think both clubs are. With obviously what happened with COVID, they've got to get Barcelona have got problems with wage bill. I don't see Real Madrid. I feel like there's no pool there, so I don't see what other club to go to at the moment. So
I'd add on that point as well. I think Real Madrid just bought Hazard as well, and he's the same age as Salah, 28 years old, for 100+ million. Like, I don't think they're going to buy another player the same age. But if there's any other clubs out there, Nosa, that you think would suit Salah or Salah should go to?
I don't.
Obviously, realistically as well.
I wouldn't say Juventus, like, but their play style.
What is their play style, Nosa? What is their play style?
Go on.
Ronaldo Morata, pass it to Ronaldo Morata.
I don't even know myself, so I was thinking this guy knows their play style.
Yeah,
obviously, I'll give you some names. Really, so you got PSG, you got Juventus, you got you're not thinking. I think if Messi doesn't go to PSG, then Salah. I think Salah could work.
No, I don't think he can.
But we'd have to take Mbappe. That's the only problem.
Whoa, what? You're playing the cards now.
I'm just saying we'd have to. That's how it would work.
No, Salah's trying to get more peas, man. He's trying to get more
peas. Yeah, he's angling for a new contract.
He's 6 years. He's retired. 6-7 years. He's gonna retire. He needs that money, man.
But yeah, obviously Liverpool do underpay their players as well quite a lot. So I think it's probably well deserved. I think Gini Wijnaldum's on 75k. 75k, like, and for someone who's probably one of the best like players at the club, available, probably one of the best midfielders even in the Premier League, to be honest. Like,
yeah, I reckon that's a shot.
Yeah, like he shouldn't be getting 75k. How much is Jesse Lingard on, Joe?
More than that, 100.
I mean, like, Ben, how much is Ozil on?
What's that about?
But yeah, like, yeah, I think Liverpool. It's not even a bad thing. Liverpool do quite well to just have a structure in place and play their players like quite. Just have a structure in place. So if Gini Wijnaldum wants 150k, give it to him, man. He plays a lot, always available. If Salah wants the money, give it to him. Like, obviously, I know you have a structure in place, but these are valuable players. But anyway, next award.
What do you get here? This is a lot of combo still. Oh yeah, talk about Salah. Oh yeah, go on.
Sorry, mate. Just having a bit of chitty chat, but all right. Player of the year 2020.
Kevin De Bruyne.
De Bruyne, okay. Obviously De Bruyne was unbelievable last year. Maybe some people will say that he's not been that great, and also will say that he's not been that great this year. Also, do you agree?
Yeah, but he's picked his pace small. You know, like I've seen a couple goals and assists. So yeah, he's doing all right, but I don't think he's not my player of the year.
Okay, who would you please?
I'll say Fernandes.
Fine. Can I put Fernandes as
well? Oh, no. Look what you started. You can't pick this guy. There's no way you can pick this guy.
Me?
Who you going for?
Or Joe? Are you saying me? I can't pick him or Joe.
Peter, who you going for?
It has to be KDB. You can't, bro.
Why can't I? He's every game he scores, every goal he gets an assist. Like, why can't I? We're not doing it on individual.
Player of the year, I think player of the year in terms of games. In terms of games, though, like Bruno has all. Like, we're talking about player of the year. I'm not talking about Bruno. Bruno's a fantastic player, but we're talking about player of the year. Like, this guy's putting stinkers on. He's putting stinkers and then getting a goal
and
on
he
the
still
assist.
gets a goal.
So that makes him player of the year.
What
I think the player of the
you
year
want me
has
to
to be having like masterclasses, and De Bruyne puts on a masterclass. Like,
Oh
we
my
have
God,
a
what? So what?
masterclass.
Wait. He's at the third. He's on the right hand side. He'll press R1 and square in shallow cross. That's what he's doing the whole season. You want to give him player of the year?
Oh, come on, that's
Wait. Fernandes is 30 yards square.
Exactly. Come on, man. You guys are taking it too far now. I think we're taking it too far.
I think that's just me. I think Fernandes.
Like, this guy loses the ball. Like, I think De Bruyne does what Bruno does, but keeps the ball. Does he not?
Yeah.
But keeps the ball instead. Okay, Ben. But Ben, what's your opinion?
No.
I'm not letting Fernandes win, so I have to go with KDB still.
Listen, I like KDB in it. Belgium at heart. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're going too far on that Bruno shout, though. That's crazy.
I don't think
it's done. We haven't come to no one's winning it. There you go. No one's winning it.
I don't think the shout is that much of a shout.
What do
I
you
don't think he's won 3 Premier League Player of the Month this season.
Because there was no one else. There was literally no one else.
You see, you even proved my point here.
Man United? He's won 3 Man United Player of the Months. I'm
talking about the PL. He's won 3 PLs now. 3 Player of the Year and Player of the Month awards. In the course of 12
but even
months.
those Man of the Match awards, do you think he deserves those Man of the Match awards?
Not Man of the Match, Player of the Month.
I know, but like they're equal to probably getting. If you get enough Man of the Match awards, you probably get a Premier League Player of the Month awards. Do you think he deserved them? The Man of the Match awards that he was getting. I just feel like when you're Player of the Year, like you gotta be like just having masterclasses of performances, like just monster classes, man. I don't think he has that, but obviously he's had a massive impact. Don't get me wrong, he's had a massive impact on Man United. Joe, anything you want to add to that?
The stats don't lie, but I hear what you're saying about the performances. Like yesterday, he was awful, but he got a goal or assist. It hurts me it pains me to say, but maybe if we come second or like we win the league next year.
Yeah, if you win the league, then fair enough. You guys finished third last year, innit?
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, cool. Joe, we'll leave it to the voters on Street Pundit socials. They can vote between KDB and Bruno, player of calendar year. Manager of the year. So yeah, I think this one's an interesting one. So I'll give some shouts. Obviously, I'll start with you got Klopp, who won the Premier League. You got you got Klopp, who won the Premier League. Then you got Hassan Hutel at Southampton, who's turned the job around in terms of they got pumped by Leicester. What was it, like 9-0?
9-0, and they got pumped 5-2.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then he's changed it around, and then now Southampton are like flying. They're doing well. You got Ings as well. He's flying. I'll also throw in there Dean Smith, who's doing a great job at Aston Villa. Obviously, they just barely escaped relegation on the last day. You got Grealish, and then now they're flying as well. I think they're like 5th or 4th, Aston Villa, in the league, and they got 2 games in hand as well. Let me just check that, just so you got people just.
You got Frank Lampard, who's
got 5th. Yeah, they're 5th. But yeah, go on. What do you say, Ben?
What did you say?
You got Frank Lampard, who brought Chelsea back in the Champions League, went to FA Cup final, which he lost, but you know, he got there.
You got Arteta, who said he's going to win the Champions League in 2023.
What are you doing?
You say that?
I'm just saying facts. That's what he said.
That's actually childish. Let me.
You're spitting facts, and I'm spitting facts as well. That's what Arteta said about me.
Oh, yeah, it's a turn to another. But Joe, any other names you want to throw out there as well?
Chris Wilder, maybe. Like obviously.
No. What's that? 3 subs, 4 points now.
Nuno, the Wolves manager.
Yeah, Nuno's always solid. I think Rodgers as well deserves a shout out as well. Leicester 3rd now. Obviously, they did fall off last year, but even to get Leicester to 5th place, fantastic achievement.
But the winner's got to be Klopp, if you're being honest.
Yeah, realistically, there was no one within.
Yeah.
Like level on the same.
Yeah.
Klopp.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, Ben, you agree with that? Clock.
Yeah. No argue for me. Yeah.
And then obviously I got an interesting one now. We got breakout star of the year 2020. It could be anyone. I didn't put an age thing on this. I didn't put, so you can choose anyone. Ben, I'll start with you. Breakout star of 2020. Oh, you're not ready? I can start with you now.
I'll go.
Yeah, Joe, go.
I'll take Jack Grealish.
Okay. Yeah.
Personally, like you say, like every time I watch him play, like he actually like every time I want to watch him play, like he does something with the ball. Like I just feel like that he's just come of age. Like he was carrying Aston Villa, like they didn't get relegated last year, like basically, and then this year played for England. Like he's dinking it over people's heads against Belgium. Like it's ridiculous. Like every week he does something. He's productive. Like I'm scared when we play him on Friday. Like I'm not gonna lie, like because he's just gonna rip our team. Like
I think he's one of them players that like, man, he's a maverick, innit? He's like back in the old days, like in terms of like you get players that his individual brilliance shows, but like his manager hasn't taken out of him. I feel like with just for example, obviously I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but when Sterling used to play for Liverpool, he was like one-on-one, he was just amazing. Like he used to dribble all the time, he'd take players on. It was like a 1v1 demon type thing. And obviously you see with Man City, Pepper's obviously turned him to a more maybe accomplished player. He's got more stats, more trophies, but that 1v1 side of his game has gone now, and he's more just like in terms of get the ball, lay it off, like be at the back post for a tap in, or be in the like, you know what I'm saying, be in the box. So yeah, Grealish still plays with that just swagger and confidence, and he's still got sides to his game that some people have definitely lost. But no, so I'll come to you. Breakout star of the year 2020.
Just to add to the point, I don't want to drift off too much. It's just a quick question. Don't you think football's it's entertainment? It brings entertainment value to the customers, us, the fans, and the likes of Grealish, Cole. Like there's not that many players like Grealish now that
100
brings the entertainment factor.
No
to the game. Do you think it's killing the game?
What?
Do you think it's killing the game? The likes of Sterling turning into a machine, like them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's Sterling's fault. I think it's managers. I think it's managers. It's more managers, isn't it?
It's not killing the game.
I like watching Sterling and Zaha, Adam Traore, them type of players. Like just they don't care in it. They don't care. They'll just do what they need to do in it. And obviously, you see, it's more potent in lower teams because they need to take that risk to score the goal in it. You know what I'm saying?
Ben, obviously, I'll come to you. What's your thoughts on that?
It's nice having that, not like the risk factor in yourself, but it's boring at time. I don't care what it is. It gets boring when it's not happening, and it's not happening. It's not happening. Like Traore yesterday, it was not happening at all, and it was so boring watching him, mate. Sometimes you just need to provide. Sometimes then you can do your stuff afterwards, but I don't think it's killing the game at all, man. I don't think so.
I think I'm mixed because I'm a person who likes. Sorry, no. I'm a person who likes stats as well. So like I do like if I was a manager, I'd like my players to be putting up numbers on the board. I would like my forwards and my wingers to be putting up numbers on the board. But so I see it from that point of view. But then also I see teams like Leeds, like every time you watch them, they play entertaining football. Like they throw so many people forward. Like you got Liverpool, you struggle to break down West Brom. And look at Leeds yesterday, beat them like 5-0. And just because of they throw so many players forward in so many different positions, you can't really handle that. If you're playing a deep block, how are you going to defend? Like, just Aliosi's there, Rafinha's cutting him there, Rodrigo's dropping him deep, Bamford's on the last man, Harrison's there. Like, there's just so many men, like, just in that deep block. Like, you can't really defend it. And, like, obviously, you have some games, they got popped. I mean, United, they got popped, like, but you have some, it's good entertainment, but yeah, I see both sides of it. What was you going to say, Ben?
I think you meant Nosa, not me. I didn't say that.
Oh yeah, Nosa, sorry.
My breakout player. I don't really want to say it, but ever since the guy's gone to Aston Villa, he's just been wonderful. Man's Martinez.
Okay.
Yeah, Martinez.
That's interesting. I feel like everyone's gonna have different shouts. Ben, what about you? You gonna sack him?
Wow. You know, be my guy. Oh yeah, come on, man. It shouldn't be a surprise to you, lot. It's gotta be Philip Foden.
What? You think he had a good 2020?
Yes. What's wrong with him?
I thought you were going to say Saka all the way.
Oh, it's between Saka and Foden.
I'll go for Saka, but Ben, why are you going for Foden?
Oh,
Explain that.
You know what? I want to change my vote to Saka now.
That's what I'm thinking. Doesn't make sense. But why would you go? Okay, you're just throwing your agendas there. I believe.
No. Foden's had a great year. He's had his England cap.
Oh yeah.
He's been hanging around with that guy, that Mason guy. Kind of brought him down a little bit.
Oh my! Don't talk about Mason like that. Don't talk about Mason like that.
But you know what I mean? He's come from that comeback. He's been scoring goals, assisting goals. I think he's had a brilliant couple of weeks before after that happened. But Saka's been excellent as well, to be fair. Like, plays everywhere, and he performs every single week. I'm gonna give it to Saka. Let me give it to Saka.
Yeah, I'll agree on that. I'll give it to Saka as well. I think Martinez and Grealish have been brilliant, but I feel like Martinez probably a bit too short of a time to probably give it to him. Obviously, he's been probably post-lockdown. He's had his best form, and then Grealish. I feel like a lot of people knew about Grealish already. So Grealish, I love watching him, but maybe Grealish. Yeah, I think people knew about Grealish already, so I won't go for Grealish. I'll go for Saka. Just in terms of, like Arsenal are relying on, how old is he? A 19-year-old to create their chances, score goals. Like Arsenal are literally looking for him to like drag them into like win games, stuff like that. So I'll go with Saka. Player to watch for 2020. Joe, I'll start with you.
2021.
2021, sir. I'll start.
Yeah.
I'll go with player to watch. I'll go Bissouma. I'll go Bissouma.
Yeah, I was gonna go Bissouma.
Oh really? That's like I was gonna go Lamptey or Bissouma, but I feel like Bissouma more just because he might not be on people's radars. With Lamptey being English, people might obviously know about Lamptey, but Bissouma I think is a very, very good player. He's well-rounded. He can defend. He's strong. He's got a good passing range. And yeah, I feel like he's a very, very good player. I think he's going to get a move soon, probably. And if he were to lose Gini, then I think Bissouma would be a good placement for Gini, to be honest. That's how much I rate Bissouma. What about you, Joe?
I was going to say Bissouma as well. What I've seen of him the last couple of games and the start of this season, he looks a very decent player. Keeps the ball ticking, wins the second ball a lot of the time. Good, solid in front of that back four. So yeah, no, he's definitely one to watch. Definitely one to watch.
Nosa, what about you?
I'm gonna go for the kid, the Scottish lad, Billy Gilmore.
He seems like he's on loan right now. I swear down. Where is he?
He just came back from injury.
Yeah, why Billy Gilmore?
I'm gonna go for him. I mean, he's got all the attributes to be a quality midfielder. Yeah, I think he can play anywhere in midfield, in my opinion. 8, 6.
What
10.
do you think his best position is, though? And who would you compare him to? Just obviously, some people might not have watched him. Who would you compare him playing style to? And what do you think his best position is?
I'm more progressive Kante, I would say. I'm more progressive Kante. That's the best description for me. Like, he can progress with the ball. He's comfortable with Kante.
So do you think he's got the work rate and the durability of a Kante?
Am I hearing right now?
Yeah. I think he does.
I would say he's more of a Cesc Fabregas. That's what I would say.
No, he's good at. If you watch the game against Everton,
I don't think he's good at like tackling and stuff like that, though. I think his best attributes are like passing and stuff like that. But sorry to interrupt you.
No, I'm telling you right now, he is. He's going to be that type of player. Like, I'm not. Don't. Anyway, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, of course.
Yeah.
But I just believe that he's going to be. You could prove me wrong, but from what I've seen, he's quite good at tackling. Like, and every time he plays in a defensive role. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to compare him to Fabregas at his age was playing a 10, you know, him and Henry up top, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think he's that type of player.
Fabregas at his age wasn't it like Invincibles era?
Right, he was a number 10, though. He was ranked number 10, though.
Yes. So.
Fair enough. Nosy stuff. Yeah. So Billy Gilmore, yeah?
Yeah, Billy Gilmore for me.
And then Ben, what about you?
I got 2. Yeah.
Okay.
First, why are you kissing your teeth for? Did I kiss your teeth when you were singing yours, bro?
He started laughing when I said Billy Gilmore, but I keep my mouth closed.
My first one is Curtis Jones. I just like this guy all together, bro. That guy, he has something, bro. It's so silky the way he gets on board. It's the arrogance as well. It's not lying.
Nice with it.
Sorry,
I told him, you gotta be arrogant.
He's got an arrogant skill. And then obviously the second guy, I've been saying his name all year. No one's trying to take me in. And Esri, innit? Esri Konsa.
It's from your area, innit?
That's why he's saying it.
That's why he's saying it.
That's why he's saying it.
He's from your area.
Ben's got ties. Ben's got too many ties. This is why I don't like this guy, bro. Ben, you know, Ben's on them pundits. You know, like Ian Wright, he's friends with Lukaku, so he doesn't want to get on Lukaku too much. You can see it in Ben.
I don't know what you're about.
He's friends with these footballers, bro. He's friends with these footballers. He's trying to give them a little play. I see you, Ben. I see you. So what do you like about Ezri Konsa?
Very strong, good in the air. When he come on against Crystal Palace, he really had. I think Benteke is still in his pocket right now because boy, and he can pass the ball. He's a good, strong boy. He's comfortable on the ball as well. That's what it is.
He's a good player. To be honest, he's a good player.
Ben, do you think he can break into the England team anytime soon?
Listen, anyone can. Say that now. Anyone can.
Fair enough.
He's got competition ahead of him. Obviously, John Stones is coming back, full fitness, everything. Oh, John Stones is a shout as well. To be fair, but
fair to watch at 28.
He's 26 in it.
He's like 27, 28.
What's the problem?
Fair enough. Okay, and then obviously you might put him in this award, underrated player of the year. Just last one. So, underrated player of the year. I'll give you some shouts. So, underrated. Obviously, I can put Jonathan Henderson in there.
You can't.
Okay. All right. I won't put Jonathan Henderson in there.
You know what? Yeah. We give him some props.
I've got
Jimenez.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Jimenez.
He's been scoring goals the past 2 seasons, and people are just. Yeah, I'm saying if he was English, and I'm gonna throw that in there, they'll be saying this guy should be up there with the rest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Fair enough. I think a lot of Wolves players are probably on there. So I'll chuck in a Paul Dents in there. I think Paul Dents is a really good player.
Very good player.
Yeah, he reminds me of like a young Eden Hazard a little bit in terms of his balance. Yeah. Good dribbler, decent shot. So yeah. Ben, you got one for us?
James Ward-Prowse.
Ward-Prowse.
I don't think he's getting his props enough, man.
He doesn't.
I don't think he is,
man. James Ward-Prowse.
What do you like? Obviously, people know about his set pieces, but talk about his game in general, though. What do you think?
Because he's in there too as well. He's got to work hard, so he's always grafting. He's there. He's not afraid for a challenge. He's really running the ball. He plays the game. Listen, the boys are I wouldn't say all-round midfielder, but he's getting there. He's getting there, I think.
Very neat, tidy midfielder.
Very.
Joe, I come to you. Underrated player of the year.
I'll go for Ward-Prowse, to be fair as well. That's a good shout. The free kicks and that he's played like every game, I think.
Yeah, that's it as well.
Consistency. So yeah, I'll definitely go Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, he definitely got a lot of consistency. Yeah, definitely. He's good player. I think the whole Southampton team, they deserve credit for what they've done. Hassan Heatle as well deserves credit. Yeah, they're a good little team. Yeah, so I feel like that's it really. Our last episode of the year. Thanks you guys for watching us, joining us. Hopefully next year will be a bigger, better year. And yeah, man, just continue with us. And yeah, Ben, what have you got to add? Please don't plug your socials.
I'm gonna say, yeah, have a nice New Year's and everyone stay dangerous. That's what I want to say.
There you go. That's a perfect way to end the podcast. Love.